I've been putting a lot of videos up lately. Hi, I missed that guy almost. Been putting a lot of videos up lately, mainly because I'm trying to, I'm experimenting with vlogging setups with the equipment that I have, different microphones and whatnot, before this coming weekend, because I'm going to a Harley Demo days, and I plan on taking about 3 or 4 demos and getting vlogs on them and putting those up, because you guys watch those a lot. My demo rides are usually the ones that get the most views, so give the people what they want. I have gotten a little lazy, not so much with the recording, but with the editing, and I have a lot of footage of other things that I haven't edited yet that I need to sit down and actually do once I get a hold of some time to edit them, and those will be fun. But I figured I'd take a moment to actually do a vlog while I'm testing out the this setup, and try to answer some of the questions I've been getting in the comments, because when I started first with this channel and I started getting comments, I wanted to try to respond to them in the comment section, and you know, that works, and then sometimes I just don't get around to it, or I can't think of what to say, or things can't be taken in the right way. Now, one question, I get a lot of questions that come up multiple times, and the one that I really wanted to address came up on a recent video that I uploaded, and it's been asked me before, am I going to put aftermarket pipes on this Scout? And I'll go ahead and talk about that while I'm on my way home from work. So first off, the microphone setup that I have does not pick up the exhaust sound of the Scout very well. I really have to get on it to have ever heard my engine, to have ever heard the exhaust. I get a whine from the engine that's, you know, the whine of a water-cooled bike, which the Scout is. That's about all. You know, I have to get on it that hard to pick up any kind of exhaust note over these microphones. So a lot of it, if you think that this motorcycle is quiet, is because the microphone doesn't pick it up that well. The pipes that I have are stock, and any motorcycle with stock exhaust pipes is going to be quieter than a motorcycle with aftermarket exhaust. And yeah, I would like a bit of a beefier sound. However, I'm not displeased with the sound that the stock exhaust give me on the Scout. Coming from the Honda CTX like I did, which is an extraordinarily quiet motorcycle, the Scout seemed a good deal louder, and I liked the exhaust note better, and I like the that I get at a stop, at an intersection, or something like that. But I have been looking around at other exhausts, and I've been watching other YouTube clips and things like that of watching the selection of aftermarket exhaust pipes, specifically slip-ons, that are available, and the ones that I've kind of decided that I like the sound of the best are the Vance & Hines slash cut slip-ons. To me, it gives me more of the cruiser sound, the idle sound, and the deep tone that the Indian Thunderstroke engines and stock exhaust on those seem to have naturally, but with a little bit more volume. So if I was going to go aftermarket exhaust on this, those are likely the pipes that I would get. I kind of think fishtail pipe belong on an Indian, but they look better on the 111s with one fishtail exhaust coming out on each side. The only fishtails I've seen from the Scout, for the Scout, are Bassani slip-ons, and they would get in the way of saddlebags that I'm planning on putting on. The top pipe would. It would be up by the bag, and I don't like the sound that I've heard of the Bassani fishtail slip-ons compared to the Vance & Hines slash cuts. That said, those Vance & Hines slip-on exhaust pipes are $500, and I don't have that kind of money laying around. And if I did, I currently have other priorities for the motorcycles in our family. I've actually come up with a bit of a priority list to get us to the point where we feel comfortable doing more miles on these things. I know I've gotten comments before. This Scout 60 is not a touring motorcycle. I've said it before myself. The stock seat would kick my butt. About 30 miles max was the most I could do, and that's on the first leg of a trip. After that 30 miles, my tailbone would be so sore, I would have to get off the bike. It would be pain, and I'd have to walk around for a good 10-15 minutes, and then I'd be okay to get maybe another 25 miles. But on each successive leg of the trip, I could do less and less and less. And if I go out on a 150 or 200 mile day, I'm kind of used up. And that was with the stock seat on this motorcycle. And you can see from my videos that when I've been on my own bikes, there's no wind protection up here at all. So I'm full chest into the wind. So making the motorcycles a little more comfortable to do more miles. Not necessarily go across country with, but be able to do more miles without a break or whatever. My riding partner is my wife, and she right now is not that confident with riding at night, so our miles are limited to how far we can go before the sun goes down. She's new and has night vision issues. And she has glasses for them now, but we're still working on building up her confidence on the bikes. So the first thing that I want to do, I've put a lot into this one. The last thing that I put into my Scout was found a Corbin Solo saddle on eBay that had one season of riding on it, and I installed that, and that made a big difference in the comfort of my tailbone as far as riding distances. So the next thing I need to do is for Rachel's motorcycle, and when money's available, I'll be purchasing and installing a Madstad windshield on her CTX. And then the next thing, because I'm tired of strapping a backpack to my luggage rack, I'm sick of it, is I'm going to get some saddlebags. I'm going to go with some Viking bags on the Scout, and I'm going to get a small windscreen for me. I don't like looking through Lexan. I wear a full-faced helmet, and I wear sunglasses, and if I'm riding in the day, between my sunglasses, my face shield, and a full-size windshield, I'm looking through 3 layers of Lexan, and that's 3 layers of things that can be dirtier and have smudges on them, and I don't like looking through that much stuff, so I don't want to have to look through a windshield. So I'm going to have one that comes in like way short. Short enough that it doesn't really affect the helmet at all, but takes some of the wind off of my chest. And I'm looking at a National Cycle deflector for that. On top of that, both of these motorcycles need tires, or are going to need tires soon. I don't have wear bars showing on any of them, but given the miles that we've put on them and the age, it's not going to be too much more before we have to put tires into them. And once I've got that stuff, I'm also looking at changing out the stock grips. that this little black plastic rubber I've never really been a huge fan of. And when I changed out the mini apes and glued the left grip back on, it took about a week before the glue broke loose, and I glued it back on with a lot more glue and a lot more sanding, and it's been okay ever since. But I just haven't been a fan. I thought that it's a very refined motorcycle with these black rubber grips on it. So I'm looking into a set of Avon grips with the chrome and air cushion grips to put on here as well, just to put a little bit more comfort into my hands. And then the last thing for comfort that I want to add is a backrest for this Corbin seat. And yeah, I mean, call me wimpy, whatever, but I want to be comfortable on the bike, and that is going to allow me to be able to ride longer distances. And that's my priority when it comes to the motorcycles. Now, once I've got all of that caught up, once I've got that stuff done, and once I've gotten the tires taken care of, and I'm making sure that I'm good on maintenance and keeping up on oil changes, and aside from all those other pesky things called bills, if that's taken care of and I can get together an additional $500, then the pipes move up. People ask me if I'm going to put pipes on the bike because, they give it a beefier sound, give it a sound that an Indian deserves. And I understand that. I really do. And yeah, it's something that I'm interested in, but it's not number one on my priority list. So there's the answer to that question. I've hopefully answered another question that I get a lot and that I get frequently is how comfortable did I find the stock seat on the Scout? And the answer to that was not very. I was fine for about 30 miles, and my 35-mile commute to work, perfectly okay with. Because as you can see, I've got plenty of stop lights and stop signs to put both legs down. If I need to, I can stand up while I'm straddling the bike and all of that. But it's the open road stuff where you're just going, cruising down the road 65, 70, 75 miles an hour that would wear on me. And so the comfort stuff is higher up on the list, and then the luggage is high up on the list as well. There's a bit that I was considering a Givi top box with some LED lighting in it, but I've been looking at the bike a lot more, and I just don't know. If having that, it's just going to mess with the aesthetic lines of the motorcycle. It's going to be hugely practical, and it's going to help out with nighttime visibility for people behind me. But if I put the LED light kit in it, but it's just going to mess with the lines of the bike, and the lines of the bike are just too nice to mess up. So that's the answer to the question. Am I going to put pipes on my Scout anytime soon? Not anytime soon. I maybe might change out the pipes at some point in the future, and future is more than just a few months away, a long way down the road. You'll see a lot more videos from me about how to install things onto this motorcycle before you see one about the slip-ons. I was working on it, and I heard what it sounded like without the pipes, and it's a lot louder there, but don't want to ride her around that way either. So, going to the demo days at Harley this Saturday. If you made it this far through the video, congratulations. Go ahead and let me ask you a question this time. Are there any Harleys that you would like to see a demo on that if the demo truck brings them to Fort Worth Harley Davidson, I'll take those out. Anybody that comments, now it's Tuesday and I'm going to this demo on Saturday, so you got like 4 days to have a comment that means it well. And if you comment after the demo days, then I'll just tuck that little note away and hit it for the next one. But that should be the next video you see from me, are some demo rides on some brand new 2017 Harleys. So there we go. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.